we're back with a new game, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, Norse mythology, psychosis, Norse mythology. Stuff I probably won't be able to translate, but hopefully I can get some of it translated later, because mythology, all of it interests me. You got Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, Norse mythology. It's just so good. Anyway, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Game just came out on Tuesday, being yesterday, and the first thing I did, as I usually do, is I checked out the trophies. And they're all hidden, but they're gold and silver for those who care. I care. Okay, anyway, let's get this game. What I heard, this game's going to be pretty short. Made by Ninja Theory, same people that worked on The Devil May Cry, the new one, and what was the other one called? Heavenly Swords on PS3. Never played that game, so if they do put some Easter eggs in this, I will be oblivious. So, but looking forward to the game. Ever since a friend recommended I take a look at it, and to delve deep into the minds of someone that supposedly has psychosis. Psychosis being the mental disorder in which people can't differentiate between reality and what's in their mind. It's like schizophrenia. Okay, shh, let's watch.
You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close, so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why isn't she coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already can feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. That's not quite true. Some are old, some are new. They've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave me.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
I thought that was Niflheim. Was that the primordial realm of mist?
Go back.
Norse mythology. Let's go. I know. I won't even pretend when I first saw this game.
You'll see them.
I thought it was gonna be like Outlast-esque, you know, sort of putting a bit of that
Where they lie, rotting
mind
in the fields
control.
and rivers of hell.
SRAs, Italian which
The
was
dead
that?
don't always
Could I have
lie
gone into
still
it?
here.
People definitely mind control.
This is not a place of rest.
Science is a very powerful thing. Evil in the wrong hands and good in the right. Okay, so let's see what this game's all about.
They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her.
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
I wonder how many of the realms of Norse mythology we're going to go through. Can we move?
What is she looking at?
She's got a head. Is that a head?
What is she leaving behind?
A ball. Looks like a
What
head.
she's thinking. I hear her thoughts.
She can hear me.
It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Okay, here we go. The usual
Focus.
killings.
Look closer. Look.
Do not forget my story, Senua,
She needs to look closer.
because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Midgard.
Okay, how one to run.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves in the hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog. The awful was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Let's go.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this
Do you know an interesting thing I find about all these mythologies, including religious aspects as well? They all seem to have
She forgets
somewhat
too,
similar stories.
but she does remember that only
Not
the
saying they're not made up,
was it? Her
not
past
saying
so easy to
they
forget.
aren't made up. They could all be
The
based on
force of
one
their
true
will
story.
do it. Let's see, shall we?
All seem to believe in some concepts of heaven or hell and such. It's interesting.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds.
There we go.
The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Okay, so with the Jotunheim, I've always said with this, I look at it with Greek mythology where you know, you have the big gods, and in the Christians' analogy of things, you have the fallen angels when Lucifer falls from heaven,
just drop down.
and the fallen angels
So
copulate with the
she shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
female humans, and they give birth to giants. And then we go to the Egyptian mythology, where just recently it was found out that one of the pharaohs could have indeed been a giant instead of an actual being. So whichever way you want to look at it, whether you want to believe the Enochian story, the Egyptian story, the Greek story, why can't they all be true? Maybe they are. Sumerian stories. As I always say, there's always a bit of truth between all these mythologies.
I'm just hiding. I find I live longer that way.
Some of it may be fabricated,
Bastards catch me again.
but there's always truth in it, always. I say, anyway.
Who are you?
Just a memory.
Ruth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar. An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
My third eye is open.
I can see one.
She needs to focus now.
Mind's
She
eye.
needs to use her eyes.
Find one like it to open the gate.
Right here.
It's near. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Looks
Go
like
through
one of
it.
those esoteric symbols.
It works. It's not safe.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen. learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Vengeance. Pride. The fall of many a man, as I always say.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights.
Oh,
Stand on the edge. Pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near. Waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
no death speedrun. Let's go.
The world of the dead is ruled by
I'm
the
going to have to get
Hela.
this translated.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess.
Whatever it says. If
Hela,
anyone knows, let me know.
daughter of Loki.
Some
The
Norse
gods feared her
language or
bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on
Icelandic
her father's.
language,
So,
Scandinavian.
as a child, the All-Father cast her
Don't
down
know.
into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
I think they all converted to Christianity once the Roman Empire took over. I think that's how the story's told.
Stay back.
The tree that I can never pronounce, the one beginning with the YGDD something.
Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten
Tree of
goddess
life.
who rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here. You took him from me. I beg you.
She's talking to the devs, not me.
I'll give you what you want. I won't resist it. Just give him back.
Necrosis? Oh! Let's go. Oh, oh. No, no, no. Who else wants some? Let's go. Let's go.
It's nearly over.
Oh. Whoa! No. I can't hit them. I can't hit them. How is this even? How is this even? Oh. Wow. It's like that Ninja Gaiden thing that Hayabusa had in Ninja Gaiden 3. Look at the ground. That was some rapid necrosis right there. No. Oh.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Okay. So, a permadeath-like feature. Wow. We better not die unless this ends up being like Dark Souls,
The hardest
and
battles are fought in the mind.
a lot of editing is going to need to be
That is what
done.
Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter
Which one we
the
taking?
land of the dead.
Taking left. We always go left first. That's always been my analogy. I see an interesting thing about psychosis. I'm told like that they've, or in the process, making these specific chips, in which I guess you'd have to implant in specific parts of the brain. So
He hunts his prey
if
with
you
his
wanted
powers of illusion.
the victim to see things, you'd have to put it in the occipital lobe part of the brain. And to sense things, what was it?
Follow the
Parental
path
lobe?
to Valravan and defeat him in
Parental.
battle to earn his
Parental.
mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
So it's interesting that when you say people can see and hear things, people can induce these type of things upon people. So I say science is a wonderful thing, but all good things have a bad side. And oh wait, I think I missed. Do I need to check all these? I don't know, but I'm gonna check them all.
Frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and
Because I know I was reading through the trophies.
some were monstrous.
It's like
while
defeat,
others
defeat,
fell.
defeat, defeat, and collectibles. I can't remember what I have to collect. I think maybe I'll try. Actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter. We'll play it a second time if we need to get all the collectibles.
Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Yep. Sword fighting game. And all I've been doing is playing For Honor on that realistic elimination they brought out. Hope that's how they make ranked mode, because if they do, haha, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. What am I looking at?
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
So yeah, back to the chip that you can implant in people's brains, make them hear and see things. That's interesting. I suppose if you
It's a door.
implanted that chip in different parts of the brain, you could make people hear, see. Could you make them taste things as well? I don't know. I'm not a neurologist, so I wanted to study neurology. But yeah. This is. Oh. Okay. No, I can still probably study neurology. Maybe, we'll see.
It's funny.
The brain's a very
Veil, don't we?
interesting thing.
We do. Most
Misunderstood,
of us
no.
close our eyes again and pretend what we
Misunderstood? Not even misunderstood. Just not fully understood. That's all. Who knows? Maybe they do fully understand it. They just don't let people know about it. It's not something that,
Senua never could close
if everyone knew, people would
however hard she tried.
use for their best of ideas. You got people, mind wiping people, making them forget things. Let's focus on this game, because I can go on about all that stuff all the time, 24/7. What are we even looking for? We need to kill the gods to get to how high. Let's face a witch. Is that me again?
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
We just came that way.
Close.
It's the fawn from Elder Scrolls. Let's go.
Find some position.
Parrying skills on point. Whoa! I don't know about those guys. I can literally just parry once and keep mashing square. Hopefully it gets more challenging. Imagine if there's,
The Northmen will not stop.
like when you finish a game, there's a new game plus, where if you get hit once you die. Ho ho! Now that will be a difficulty.
Valravn's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me
Valravn.
the truth.
These are like portal things. See? Darth Raven. Yeah, I'd want beast of a theme song.
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifted. Can you feel it?
Can you feel it, Dasha? No, not really.
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
You know what to do. Stay
So,
back.
she's holding the head
Safe. Don't listen to them. Listen to
of
Break
some.
the seal. Align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
What does it mean? Which ravens? Where are they? Can't you see them? Underground. Try to find. Line up the ravens.
Darth Sidious. It's the Sith.
I hear something,
If
Sally.
he hears, that will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
I'm confused. Wiccans? Shamans.
Is she lost? Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. Again, some left truth but
Odd.
guilt in search of penance.
Maybe I'm gonna get chased by something, so I'll open these doors.
Purge a curse.
Just in case I need
Those
to
who make it
run
back
away.
are forever changed.
Okay.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get up? Must be magic. Magic. A trick.
Deception.
Raven. Tricking her. Raven.
Powerful agents to the uninitiated, but we are initiated.
Dark magic.
Aren't we, bros? Birds of the eagles.
It's not him. It's a trick. He's doing it on her. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
One of the gates has been opened. Our journey to Helheim continues. Okay.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst
Oh.
A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Find a way, Senua. Go round, Senua. Find your own path. There's a different way.
What? Oh.
Do it. You're close.
These things need to stop trying to scare me all the time. I like the parry in this game. I mean, like if it was like For Honor, I would like it. I actually remember. Finish him. Okay, which way? Oh, there's another one of those. I'm gonna call them obelisk totems.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
See, so another store of creation. I don't know. Actually, it's not Horus, is it? I need to brush up on all my mythology, to be honest.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home,
It's been a while.
loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything, turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
The sound. Valravan's sound. It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two. Listen, focus. Listen. It's metal. This reminds me of some. The forest. Where? Which forest?
There wasn't a bridge before.
She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds? She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own. Did she beat her darkness? No. It nearly killed her, but she tried. Druth. Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness.
What? I'm so confused. What's going on? There was just a bridge there.
She thought her curse would affect him. She thought her curse would spread to him.
Oh, there we go. That's
She
weird.
thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped her.
There's also a stick over there, but I don't think I can get to this. No, 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 no. Okay, I think I get it. Now I've opened the door, I can close it off, I think. And we can make our way across. Okay, that's clever. I'm guessing these are the collectibles. I don't know if I'm getting all of them. I hope I am.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Interesting. I thought they were saying about this is it's true, then it's rekindling my memory on
No, half of them have gone. They've gone. Some are still there. But where?
Norse mythology, so I'm liking this game already.
He's not helping. It's true.
Quiet. I can't think. Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become part of her.
It's even possible to fall off. I hear the voices. We're doing something right. We're doing something right. It was a bridge, wasn't it? There we go.
come back. I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought, grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Wait, this is it? There we go.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness.
When we overcome darkness, wouldn't that be considered a victory?
Yet
Maybe.
it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together. Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth. The man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.